Hello. So, I'm going to try an experiment here. First, I'm going to sneeze. Awesome. All right. So, you've seen me stream as I draw here at my drawing table, and you've seen me stream as I correct things on my computer at my desk. Making sure that all the little lines and mistakes are fixed. But what you haven't seen is me doing my shading thing that I talk about every time. And I think I have a way to do it. So with very little further ado, let's jump right into it. See how it works. Aha! What do you think? Very nice, very nice. Okay, so this is approximately page 35, 36, yes. Could be 35. There's a page that I took out. So what I do in this phase is two things. One is that I go and try to find things like, I don't know, this jawline isn't ideal, for example. So I can fix that, and you can see there's like little spots here and there. So I try to come in and clean up all that stuff. And then the other thing that I do is I try to add a gray tone. So let me just see where we are here. Okay, good. So, and obviously this black area goes on the top and the gray goes underneath it, because that means that I can color in hair like this if I want to without having to worry about not hitting the black. You'll see what I mean when I do it. And I'm doing this, I don't think you can see it. I'm doing it on this very, very old Lenovo Mix 520 tablet. It's so old, but it's good and I like it, and it does this job quite nicely, and it happens to have the proper output that I'm able to connect it to this this crazy setup that I've got for all my streaming needs. So I think we're ready to go. Let's rock and roll. And I have to admit, actually, I haven't done this graying in quite a while, so I can't guarantee that I'm as fluent with this tool as I might have been in the past. All right. I do know, however, that what's C8? Hold on. 10, 11, 12. 12 times 16 is what? Hold on. What is C8? I gotta make sure I get the color right. C8. Hex C8. 200. No. C8 is 200. Okay, yes. All right, that's what I want. Oh, if my stylus is not working, then this will be an incredibly short trip. Let's see here. And that would be kind of weird because I just bought a new battery for it. Let's check this out. The good news is if I can't get this situation to work, I do have some other stuff I can work on here as I stream with you. But the bad news is if I can't get this stylus to work, I'm going to have trouble doing the rest of the work on this project here, huh? So let's quit out of this. Well, let's see. This is annoying. I wonder if there's a setting. It looks like it wants me to update and restart. Okay, let's do that. And in the meantime, what I'll do instead is I'll show you some of the other stuff I got going on here. And when it comes back, I'll see if I can get the old stylus working. So the last page that I inked here is now across the room, but here's the page that comes after it, and then I've got another one that comes after that, and then this one is just super rough after that, so we could spend some time penciling on this one. And then I also have secret new graphic novel project. New secret! And I want to show you how many pages I have roughed out. Look at that. How many pages do you think that is? I haven't counted them. But when I say roughed out, in some cases it's just a blank page with some little notes at the top that describe what I would draw on this page. So that's a lot of fun work that we can work on together. And of course, oh, well, see, this is actually a fun comparison, right? This is how many pages. Okay, I'll take this out. This is how many pages I have left on Move Fast and the Facebook one. This is how many I have left. Do you understand? Do you know how many pages I started with in this stack of work that's not done yet? Gigantic. I'm streaming this in November of 2022. So if you're watching this at some other date, it's possible that this stack doesn't exist anymore. And it's exceedingly likely that this stack is much smaller anyway. So I would call this, if only I had a ruler everywhere, I would call this like a 13 millimeters, which I suppose I should figure out how many. All right, I'll just do this really quickly since I apparently have the time. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Did you think you were signing up? 16 for such a 17 interesting stream. 18, 19, 20. Okay, so 20 pages is kind of that's not millimeters, that's 20ths of an inch. Phooey, come on now. let's do millimeters. So 20 pages looks like, I mean, to be fair, 1/20th of an inch is not that different from a millimeter, but it's different enough. So 20 pages, I think, is about 8 millimeters. Remember that. It'll come in handy. 20 pages is 8. 10 pages is 4. So page is maybe 0.4 millimeters by that logic. All right. So this is somewhere around 17 millimeters. 17. So that's 40 something pages left, which matches my count pretty well. All right. Okay. Is my audio good? Okay, my audio is good. It's capturing all of this rustling sound. All right, so 40 pages there. 40 something. Call it something less than 50. Now, this new secret project, I'm going to measure it. In millimeters, we get 47. Call it 48. Which is 4 times 12, so 120 pages. So that's exciting. And I know there are going to be pages in between to add. I know that there's already stuff I haven't covered. So we can work on these next, tightening up and inking these next 3 or 4 pages of Move Fast, and we can work on tightening up or thumbnailing some of the pages on Big Secret Project, tentatively titled Amateurs, working title. Remember that, because the title is going to end up being something totally different, and then you'll be one of the few people in the world who knows that at one time it was called Amateurs. All right. And what else can we work on? I'm just dialing up my my other computer here. All right. I swear, gotta love Windows. I suppose, actually, that if I had to, I could use a different tablet to do this. Should we try that? I was really hoping to show you the graying process, seeing as how I'm super excited about it. But here I've got this lovely screen that I believe we're all familiar with. Look at this. Getting Windows ready. Don't turn off your computer. All right. Give me a second. Let me figure out what to do exactly. Because actually there's more experiments to do here. So, oh, welcome back, Twirly Vibe. So there are a lot of experiments to do. One of them is just to pull out another tablet. And this is very cool. But doesn't have the proper connection to hook into this lovely system that I got running here. All right, so we scrapped that one. Gosh. There is also this much smaller one, which I think of as being kind of too small, but too small for this graying work. But let me just see if it's got the program that I need, and if it does, maybe we'll go for it. Like I said, this one that we're currently watching do its upgrading thing here, very old, very slow. But it just happens to have my stuff all set up perfectly to do the graying, or so I thought. So let's try this one here. Well, here I can actually show you something on here. We can at least do this for a little bit. This is called production, TV production values, right? All right. Ta-da! Look at this. So this is, I can show you some of these things while we try to get into it. Let me actually see if I have. Sketchbook Pro. See, yes, that's the one that I like for doing the graying. So we might be able to just proceed on this one. You can see that it's smaller. Look at that. The screen is smaller. All right. But I wanted to show you this. This app is called Sketchable. And I use this when I'm doing illustrations for Lingua Frankly. So you can see these, I don't know what that is. That's a long time ago now. Huh. So there you go. So these are all these, oops, awesome. So let's get out of that. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can get that same image over here. Okay, 33, 34, 35. Let's see what page I'm up to here. 33 is done. Okay. So here's 34. Couldn't open it. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? I think what I need to do actually is to convert it to a PSD file, maybe. Or, let's see. Can any of these be opened? So this is 33. 34. I thought I did 34 actually. So .png, that's not the one I want, because look at the resolution. That's alright, so we got to go back to I think I did this one. I can show you what this one looks like. Oh, 33x, edited 1, edited 2.psd. Wait a minute. Ah, yes, okay, so we're ready here. We're ready, we can do this. It's a little bit confusing because, well, it's just confusing is what it is. Okay, so this is 34. Okay, see? And I don't hate this one. Let me look at the layers. Is that this? Yes. See, you can see how it is with and without the shading there. So there it is without the shading. And here it is with the shading. And I believe that what I would like to do actually is to add some shading on the ceiling up here. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to grab the proper color, which is C8, C8, C8. And then I'll just come in and I can show you what I mean. See, because it's underneath the black layer, I don't have to worry about avoiding the black lines. I just color underneath them. It's very convenient. And I can see a lot of stuff to clean up here actually. So I'm going to do some cleaning up as we go. Oh my gosh, yes, tons of stuff to clean up. I don't know if you were watching me on the previous stream, but I feel like I did such a better job with that page than this one. That's interesting. Oh, I need to eraser. I'm just gonna do let's see. Eraser. Okay, well. Texture eraser. Okay, well, this is not exactly the effect I want here, but okay. We're just going to go with it. Nope, 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 nope. What brush was I using before? Was it this one? It was not. Or was it? Tattoo Inker. Coarse watercolor. I've got some different set of tools here. Smudge pen. I tell you what. I feel like switching over to the other one. Save changes, yes. Let's do that. I think the other one is. Oh well. So the question is the stylus working? You know, today's just kind of been like this, hasn't it? Magically, yes, the stylus is working. So. All right. Okay, look at that. Ta-da. Okay. Okay, well, so actually, let's go back to the previous one that we were working on. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Okay. I see. The problem, this has to be number 36. Okay. So, open. So we're going to save. This is the problem. Okay. Is that, although I love this program for doing this, it does like have a weird file naming convention and automatic things that it suggests, and you end up just with like a mess. Okay. 34 edited. 35. 34 edited to PSD. I mean, look at this. It's just a mess. It's a mess, I tells ya. Okay, so this one is this is the one we were working on, and look, you can see that our changes were saved successfully, and color editor. Let's get the color we want. So now look at this. We can just boom. Okay. Good. Good. All right, and so I have to decide. See all these lines, how they sort of overshoot their mark. I have to decide if I like that or not, because on the one hand, it does imply windowsills and things, but on the other hand, I don't know. So there's some decisions to make here. But at least we're back in action. This was a complicated start to this, wasn't it? Yes, indeed. So I will take some time after I shade this area in to kind of go through and see if there are some lines I can clean up, because I think that's valuable to do here. And this has probably already been through one round of that in the computer. You know what I mean? But keep in mind that I have a schedule to keep on Patreon, and so sometimes sometimes I need to do just enough to get it presentable to go up on time, you know? And then I have to come back and do it again. Do it again, do it again. See, in this one, so how is the eraser? Oh, it's this, okay. And what's it called? Hard eraser, that's it. I don't want the cashmere eraser like I had in the last one. Alright, see, that's much better. And what brush am I using? Paintbrush, not coarse watercolor. Paintbrush. Alright, so let's actually make this a corner. Okay, so this gives me an answer. This gives me an answer, and I'm going to just do this really quickly. I'm going to do this to this one. See? Now it's intentional. And then I can come and do this here to this. Ah, much better. See, that's not so bad. Okay. Got to make sure I'm on the right layer. It's such a drag to do a bunch of things on the wrong layer. Okay. I have a lot of graying to do. A lot. So much of this to do. Usually it doesn't involve quite as many decisions as penciling and inking, but it's not completely mindless. Oh, see, I think this is a good thing to be doing to this page. Look at that. This is good. This is going to be very helpful. I think. What is happening? I don't want that. Go away. Go away. Okay. What? There, okay. Windows 10, man. What can I tell you? Alright. Okay. I get it. So, actually, this is probably, well, would they do that? Would they close that off? Maybe. And it's a little nicer this way because I can really emphasize the depth between, you know, Pete and the back wall of the cafeteria. This cafeteria was called Cafe X, I believe. What's going on here? When did I get that mark? Alright, we're going to just have to come in and remove it like this. Cafe X. Yes. And it's this big, oh, come on now. It's this big kind of round room with all these windows. It's a very nice room, actually, to eat in. Now see, by not going all the way down, by leaving a little bit of white space around these people, I'm hoping to create a feeling of kind of hubbub. You know what I mean? Like there might be stuff that I'm not explicitly drawing that's kind of there, and there's some motion, and you know, people are talking and doing stuff. Hopefully. So I wonder if I've been inconsistent about that. No, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind it. Okay. You know, these touch-based tablets, they're kind of all different in terms of how well they reject spurious input. See, I'm gonna. Oh, okay. As I go with this graying, I keep thinking of things I can do to keep it interesting. You know, things I can do, leave things out. I am going to have to probably go through a third time on some of these pages and just clean up mistakes and overshoots and things like that. What can I tell you about the Facebook cafeteria that you don't already know? It was run by Chef Joseph, as you may recall from an earlier page here. He had come to Facebook from Google. Now this is 2010, so that's actually, I think, kind of a coup. Small company like Facebook attracting the Google chef, that's something. And he made it his mission to never repeat a dish on the menu ever, which I think is in a way both admirable and infuriating. It's admirable because you know, what a challenge, right? But it's infuriating because if you really liked something that he made on some particular day, you can, whoops, that's neat. You can kind of count on never having that exact thing again, right? So, there's that. Okay, so I want to show that this is the same as that other thing, but I don't want to do exactly the same thing with it. All right. Let's see. How's my sound? Sound is there. Good. My sound should continue to be okay. I was using a wireless mic one time recently on a stream, and it just ran out of battery, and now I've switched back to wired USB mic. I cannot complain at all about the shading here. So let's now go in and do some cleanup. I hesitate to get into this because I fear it might be never ending. But let's do a little bit at least. Sorry, interesting wrinkle. I'm taking you out. Okay. What else can I tell you about Chef Joseph? I don't know. He was cool. He really cared that people liked his food, you know? You see how by putting the gray behind the black, I can take the black right up and it leaves the gray, as long as I remembered to actually draw it, you know? Yeah, see, I can smooth this out a little bit. I don't want Pete to look too much like a caveman. So I'm going to have to smooth that out and do this, and then you see that I've exposed a little bit of gray underneath, so I have to just trim that out as well. You see, I've been in here already because I've carved out the earring. But apparently I didn't do some of this stuff. I'm gonna pull that out. What is happening here? Alright, so let's make that a little thinner. I mean, normally it's nice to have good, thick, strong, bold lines, but, you know, within reason. Don't like that. This is too complicated, so I'm going to have to come back in. Just do that. We're getting there, folks. It's important to especially clean up the places that people look, and I think people look at the faces. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. It's a little bit of a cheat, you know, but it makes it look intentional. And then I'm just gonna try to smooth this out just a little bit. All the way along. Take out some spots I see here and put some distance between, some space between the hair and the thing there. Clean up this line that didn't quite get there. That's somewhat better. Here's another line I probably should strengthen. Okay. I don't fix everything, by the way. There are these tiny little places where the shading isn't even, and I don't think that will be noticeably troublesome. Okay, I'll take this little just out. Just oh, come on now. We don't do that. All right. Okay. I'm gonna mostly what layer are we on? Okay, what's going on? Okay, I didn't hit undo too many times. All right, I guess I'll go back down to layer 2 and grab my gray and give my hair some dimension here. But other than that, I kind of think this page is in decent shape. That's not bad. So save. And I think this is 34 based on the name of this layer here. So, and I don't care about the edited 6 or blah blah blah, whatever. But I do want to make sure that I export it as a PSD. Because my publisher might want Photoshop file. All right, well, that's been exhausting, just trying to figure out which file is which. But let's grab the next one. Who's that? Okay. So, 35 edited PSD has some chance of being okay. All right. Oh, okay. So, okay, so there's a little bit of work to do here just to fix this up, but overall, I can see that I've been in here. Look at how crazy when you blow these up, this drawing is so, this part of the drawing is so small, and you blow it up and you see all the detail, and I really think that it's I could be doing better than this in the small detailed areas. So that's something to look for. I'm somewhat fearful of going back and looking at earlier pages. I should be doing a lot more of this editing on the tablet. I've been doing so much inking of new pages. I hope I'm not neglecting this stuff too much. Let's clean these people up just a tad. You know, they don't have to be perfect because they are quite tiny, but, you know. I don't know what's happening with this. You know. Look at this pocket. Look at these lines from the building. Look at these glasses. Like this is not awesome. Big nose. Okay. I mean it is a tiny part of the picture. Yes, sort of. But look at me and Pete. This is just sad. I know we can do better. So let's fix up Pete first. Pete, if you're watching, I gotta make sure I use the right color. Okay. And I don't know, it always takes two taps to get the tool to change, but okay, so I'm gonna just trim that down just a tad and move this line over just a bit. Give him back his earring. Eddie's talking, so let's let him talk. And we'll just smooth out the old chin. And I think I'm improving as I draw, and so I got to go back and redraw the things that are no longer acceptable to me. You know. Sausage arm. I never sausage such a thing. Okay, well that's not ideal, but I'm not sure what's going on here with these arms, right? Gosh. Okay, all right. You know, we're fixing it, you know? And then we go down to this layer and just pull out, hello. Pull out this. Now I could have left that shadow on the arm for, or the gray on the arm for like a shadow, like sunlight type of a thing, but that's kind of not the promise that I've made with the rest of the drawing, so I think it's okay to not do that. I wonder if I can just rescue this. Poor Pete's got such a big neck now. All right. Okay, when we shrink this down, I mean, it's just, we want the people to be recognizable, right? This tree, I'm very pleased with. I'm very pleased with that tree. All right. This dude here, I feel like just, whoops. 2 taps for everything, right? Just, there we go. That's moderately better. Let's give him some more jaw over here too. And I swear, you know? Okay. Whoops, don't do that. I think that's actually a good thing to have. And then, you know, he's got this... I know I've already worked on this problem, but it's like, what's happening with his arm? Why? What? I think his elbow is off the table. I'm gonna just, you know, just when you read the comic, just don't look at that. Just don't look at that one, you know? Okay. And I feel like this is a weird thing, but I feel like I just want to raise Pete's features just a bit. You know what I mean? Just haha. Didn't think I could do that, huh? Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then we come back and we've got our regular tools back again. That's not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so 35. I'm gonna need to look at these files on a proper computer with a keyboard and a mouse and all that stuff, so that I can figure out what's going on. Okay, so there's a couple things here that are troubling. I don't think we see these lines. I think what we see actually is like this would continue maybe like this. Hello? Okay. Like this. Maybe some kind of an angle like that. Because I think this is a box, not just a flat wall. You know what I mean? So we can wipe out these things like this. I mean, one mustn't forget that this building no longer exists. So you can't go back and check what I got wrong. But if I'm going to do that, then what I should probably also do, perhaps just for grins, is see how I feel about Just adding some depth here with some shading, which turns out happens to be on the correct side based on how the tree looks, right? Could be worse. So, save. And this is what, 35. Not 3T5. Save. I wonder. Let's see. Let's not open anything yet. Let's export it as a PSD file. 35 edited 9. It's just, you know, so I'm gonna have to get the binder with all the pages in it and correlate this to those and make sure I get all the file names right. It's ridiculous. Okay, so that's 35. And I'm pretty pleased with it after all. So now let's not save it yet again. And let's go looking for 35 PSD, 36 TIFF, 36 PSD. Okay. Okay. Back where we started. My gracious. Okay. 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 All right. So this is going to seem rash, but what I kind of want to do is like something here, like to reflect those bushes that we see, right? And then in some of the trees that are in the background. Right? And maybe just put some branches on like this, see? And it doesn't have to be 100%, right? Just do this, and then in some of these areas I can actually add some grass too. So now I've got something I can just come back and color in, and then I can just erase it where I don't want it. This is the beauty of computers. And in fact, look at this. I could do this. I can leave some parts kind of open. goal with the graying here is to add as much as come on. You know, it's like there's this button on this stylus that if you press it, it's the don't work for a while button. I'm trying to add information. I'm trying to add detail and interest. I'm gonna rock this thing, man. See, it's this don't work for a second button. It's very interesting. Don't understand. I'm sure it's intentional. And it's not as much of a problem if I just hold the stylus back farther, which I should be probably doing anyway, but oh, I shouldn't have done that because look at that nice branching there. I can save that. All right. Okay, see? This is going to be constructive, I think. And I've got a lot of editing to do on the black lines also, as always. But see, I can start by kind of filling in this area. This was such a nice place to sit outside and eat too. This little nook. There were a bunch of nice places outside. Leave some open areas as if perhaps there's some sunlight. Just do that. Drawing is so interesting because there's a funny way that it's like, as long as you put enough stuff in there to fool the brain, you're good to go. Feels like it has to do that. Was it Picasso who said art is a lie that tells us the truth? Was it Picasso who said good artists borrow, great artists steal? Was it Mark Twain who said don't believe everything you read on the internet? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to fill that in. Okay. At least I think I've figured out how to fix the just don't work sometimes button problem. Alright, see this glass has some, there we go, white space in it there. Alright, this old tablet is so good. It does what I need it to do. Alright. see, this is great. Now I can just let's make this a little bit more intentional, perhaps. Don't do that. We don't like that. Okay. No. What the heck, man? All right. Now I can just come in and erase the things I don't want. And then we can fix the lines. And of course the problem will be in places where I take away a line and it has the wrong color under it. But we'll just deal with that when we get there, right? In the meantime, I probably should go and do the rest of the shading on the other panels of this page to make sure that everything kind of hangs together, right? So we'll do that. See, these are the tricks that we have, folks. Alright, this guy. I don't know what happened with his arm in the last panel, the last page, but we're just going to move right along with him. I hate to say this because I want to preserve some of the mystery. But when I'm talking about how I think I'm improving as I go, I don't know if you were here for the previous stream where I drew myself from the back, but look at the difference between that one and this one. It's striking. Of course, that is also a single panel page, a big page that I was doing, and that there, kind of more. You need more quality control on those, but still, I think there are some things I can do to improve some of the characterizations on this page. So we'll be doing some of that as we clean up the lines. I wonder how old this tablet is. When did I get this? See, that's annoying right there, where it did some kind of a thing there. And the question is, do I try to exactly replicate what was here? No. I'm going to just do it again. There. But that's still, it's annoying. Alright, getting there. I'm sure there's going to be some further over to the left. I'm going to knock this out also. And that won't make sense without this context. The brain uses all this information, all these clues to interpret subsequent panels. If you know there are trees back here, then when you see the next panel where it's got some shapes behind the people, you go, oh yes, those are the trees from before. You know what I mean? So part of plausibility, part of that contract with the reader is to provide information ahead of time as well as in the same panel. You know, make the trees look realistic enough or symbolic enough that the reader understands that they're trees, yes. But if you have multiple panels, make it possible for the reader to anticipate that the trees will be there, or to remember that they were there, so that when you have some kind of a shape that maybe is a little bit more abstract, or maybe even something that doesn't work exactly the way that you hoped, it can still work by using what went before as a clue, you know? Okay. So the next question I'm asking myself is if I need to draw these leaves. I don't think I do. I think it's okay. And then I'm thinking about this area here, where to gray it. My instinct is to gray the pavement. And I think that's what I have to do because of the way that I've done the lines, where everything sort of fades out. Maybe no gray in panel 3 here, and maybe no gray in panel 2. Or maybe incidental gray, like shadows on my face or something. Let's give that a try. Like, here's the, where am I? Am I erasing? Yeah, okay. So we'll do some, some hair color here, and then just, something like that, and oh man, computers are great. You can just do stuff. Look at that. No problem, man. Should we do the ear too? Let's just drop a little bit on the ear and then watch. Whoops. Well. Watch what we can do there. I can just run in and do that. See, and then this I can just make sure this is all good. And maybe just move the mouth up just a little. Come on, what's happening here? Why are we not doing it? Do we not have it selected? What's going on here? Okay. Right. Good. Tap drag with one finger. You know, you just saw this work, right? Maybe it's... Well, we don't have to do this right now, do we? But I was hoping to. Oh, psh. Gosh, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. My bad. Hello, 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 hello. Layer editor. Default layout. Why am I not seeing all my stuff here? Well, that's awesome. So sometimes what we need to do is just go out and go back in, and you'll be pleased to know that it does kind of auto-save its state. Alright, so the problem was that I'm not on this layer, so I was selecting and dragging. I just was selecting and dragging something invisible. Ah, so much better. Alright. Let's go back down to this layer. What did I do? No. Don't fill the whole layer with gray. My gosh. Alright. No. No. What do I want to do? I want this. I want to select none. And I want to be here. Yes, with this brush. Yes. That's exactly what I want. I'm hoping that these lines convey that I'm just sort of like first day nerves type of a thing, you know? That's what we're going for. And I don't hate it at all. I feel like I'm learning some good tricks on here. All right. And we're on the brush here. And actually what I should do, instead of just coloring this in, is kind of like shadows, like light coming through the trees type of a thing. Do that. So those actually need to be a little bit more horizontal, don't they? And again, I can just cross over whatever I need to and erase it later on, right? You can see why I love this tablet, even though it's so old. It's old and good. It really, you know, it gives me the opportunity to add so much and fix so much. And I feel like, you know, look at this picture of me and look at this picture of Pete. Like, there's so much potential. You know, clearly I was a little bit lazy in some areas with this, you know, and I can just come back in and fix it up. there's one person out there at least who really wants me to do the best job I can with this. Other than me, I know there's at least one more, and I know who it is. And I'm not going to mention any names, but they're absolutely right, of course. Maybe it's you. If you're watching, yes, it's you. See, look at that. And then I can leave some open, right? And actually, then I can kind of do this, I think, if I wanted to. Just fill this in. Let's see if I can get away with that. Or if it's too much. Let's see. What do we think? I can sort of do the same thing here, right? And I can just do this. This is nice. This is nice getting to do this. And I haven't even gone through and fixed up the lines yet. But this, okay, so I didn't feel like this page captured the feeling of what it was like to actually eat in this little shady outdoor area. And now I've added this this detail, and it really is starting to feel right. So that's so good. That's so it makes me feel good and very rewarded here. And I realize, of course, that I have to make a decision about whether there's a shadow on the table, and I think no. I think it's okay, because it's not a photograph, it's not a painting. It's a feeling, it's suggesting an environment. And so I can leave the table alone, I can leave the detail there, and you still feel the sun dappled shady day and the sun dappled shady area that was here. You can still feel it. And so maybe when you read this and then you go back and you remember it, you'll have the feeling of a shady, sun-dappled area on this nice day. And if that's the case, then it worked, Even if the literal visual representation is not faithful to reality. Man, that's one of the things I like about drawing, and it's so hard to learn, and I'm not sure if I have even really learned it yet. There's so many times when I feel like I'm prisoner to representationality. Art is a lie that shows us the truth. Art is not the unabridged truth. And I knew a fellow that I used to speak to quite a bit who I believe would never understand that, but he also turned out to be kind of a politically unpleasant person as well anyway, so perhaps that's all right, you know. Perspective on that chair is kind of screwed up. I'm got to decide if I want to fix it or not. I might, because it's off on its lonesome, so it's so visible, you know. Okay. So there's still a lot to do in terms of editing the lines. I wonder if I should. No, I shouldn't color in that wall. I think that the gray tone is kind of there, you know. Oops. I think we kind of got there. What do you think? I mean, look at that. That feeling is all right. All right. Okay, so now we come back up to this layer and we grab the brush and make sure that we are drawing with the right color. And now we can just go in and unlazy some stuff. Like, for example, actually, I want to move this. Much better. And as long as I'm doing that, I could move this one just a little bit too. Right? Isn't it amazing when I do it right and it works? Okay. Now this dude here, I'm trying to convey that he's got his head tossed back, and I think I just need to give him a little bit of neck. And how can I make this more symmetrical, actually? And I suppose, see, the thing is, when you do this, your ears drop down behind a little bit, so I gotta do that. It's okay on this side, I suppose. And then let's you know, we've got his nostrils because he's got his head tossed back. He's got his head tossed back because I'm hoping that supplies the tone of voice. See, I don't know why it does this. I don't want to keep that. All right. Just I don't know. Perhaps I can. Perhaps I can use a tool that I've given myself. Just do that. Okay. Fine. You know, there's a. I think there's got to be a word that means pretty good, good enough, and unsalvageable all at the same time. And if there is that word, I think I would use that almost every day. Pretty good, good enough, unsalvageable. Okay. I mean, you know, look at this. This is just a little bit too rough here. Okay. That's transformative. How can I help you, my friend? See. I don't know if I believe this hair. It's just raggedy. So let's do some new hair from scratch here. You know what I mean? Just gonna do like a haircut. First of all, let's connect the hair. Let's just do this. See, this is gonna be better already. Just do a and then we can just take off this loose end here. It's amazing. It's like you can literally give somebody a haircut in the computer. Alright, so we just thin this out like that. And give a little bit more shoulder. I don't know what's happening down here, so let's just, I think we could give you a little bit more shoulder. Yes, indeed. And then go down to this layer and just, oh, come on now, please. Just knock this out. And sadly, we probably need to change colors again, so we can just do that. Pop up to this layer and take out these spots. Let's make your smile a little bit more even, but not quite. Oh yes, change the color. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. We're getting there. Don't need the ear to be quite so floppy. Earring maybe. Maybe a little bit more texture to the nose. Not texture, really more like contour. Okay, now this. You know, we just come in and mess things up all day and fix them. Kind of amazing. Yeah, I don't know, man. You get these little dots all the time. Alright, so now Pete needs help here. Okay. You know, I mean, see, I just don't know why it has to do that. I mean, I guess I kind of do. It's because it gets confused Hello. Faces and hands. We gotta make sure we always go through and look at those faces and hands. Yes, indeed. And necklines and... See, what is that? You know? What if I just pull off a little bit of that weight there? I don't know how much more time I can spend on this session. So let's see how far we can get fixing up this page a little bit, and then maybe I'll call it a day. Alright. There's neither a lot to like nor a lot to dislike about this character over here. Let's see. So that's actually not bad. That's actually passable. There's some things to fix here. Whoops. What layer am I on? Okay. That's probably it. Okay. Yes, I do feel like the other drawing that I did today is better than this one. But guess I won't know till I scan it in and blow it up, huh? So here's what we're doing is we're just fixing this person's hair to match the haircut that I gave her in the other panel. Don't want to be too lazy. And I feel like so make it clear that these are chairs. And not just armholes or whatever. Okay. Fix that a little bit. Maybe fix the glasses a little bit. Come on, please don't do that. Please don't do that. I feel like we can just do this and that, and will be better. I don't think that's bad at all. And then we got to fix her up in here. Oh my golly. Look at these people in this. Look at this. This is, well, let's fix this up. So, we've kind of gone, I think, with that sort of a shape, right? Yeah, and doesn't have to be quite so wide either. And I mean, you know, it's just, I mean, I realize I'm almost literally splitting hairs with the size that I'm trying to work at here, but I feel like there's there are things one can do even at such a small size to help create the correct illusion, you know? You know, what's funny is earlier today I was streaming and I was doing some inking with an actual brush pen. Oops. And I was demonstrating something interesting about this exact technique I did here with the pointy parts of the hair. The pointy parts of the highlight in the hair, I should say. And doing it just now, I kind of almost feel like this brush is better than that brush pen in a way. So that's odd. Okay, Lieutenant. Oh, see, what is that? Why? And when? Are you kidding me? It's way back here. Alright, I want to keep all that work. And then I guess I have to go in here and just... It's going to end up being better anyway, right? Kind of. Don't do it. Do not know what makes the difference. When I find out, that will be great because I can stop having it do that, right? Okay, so we're gonna just clean up this neckline, and among other things here, many problems to fix. This is not bad, but then we should just do this, right? And come on, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, It's just not always easy, is it? You would think that I had never seen human people before. But I have, I have. I mean, look at these hands. Look at this plate. I mean, the fact that her arms are also long and rubbery is fine. Let's make them into flippers for a second so that I can fix some things, right? Look at that. That already looks more like a hand than what I had before. Okay. So let's go with this theme here. And this is similarly just suggest there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's nice to make it a little better than it was. I mean, it is small on the page. I don't know if my joke about the phone company is going to resonate with anybody. You see these funny little straight lines here? That means that I did some editing to this part on the computer. So now I'm coming back and doing it a second time. And I see this is okay, I think. What is this? I don't want this. Go away. How do I make this go away? Microsoft Edge wasn't supposed to be open. Gosh, what am I supposed to do with that? Go down to layer 2 and just knock out this extra gray here. That's what I'm supposed to do. Let's see. Back up to, I guess this is actually technically layer 1. Is that true? No. Stop. My gosh. Yes, but, right? You can fix so much on the computer with a mouse and all that stuff, but the tablet is just much better for this. I think what's happening when I have to tap it twice, by the way, is that it's if I'm moving it a little bit at the same time as I'm tapping it, then it might think I'm trying to move the tool to a different place in the tool menu here. So that could be what's going on. We're getting down to an acceptable thing here. I do want to do some work with the person on the far right, by which I mean just the person who's seated at the right side of this image, not trying to imply anything about their political stance. I didn't like those marks, but look, see, she's got, you know, we almost have a viable hand. There we go, that's much better. And then this one, she's holding her tray, she looks like she's ready to go. By the way, I'm not against using they, them for everybody. I think in some ways it's a lot better. So I try, but I also feel like some people, while some people might prefer they, them, some people probably prefer something else. In some cases, he or she or whatever. And I guess it's as important to not assume with anybody as it is to not assume with anybody else, right? So I don't know. I could say, well, I drew this person. I decide what their pronouns are. Wouldn't that be ridiculous? It's either a person or it isn't, right? Just because I drew a picture of somebody doesn't mean that they can't escape and be their own entity. So I shouldn't assume in any event, should I? Okay. I am still... Lord Almighty. I'm still not perfectly happy with this specific likeness. But we're getting there, aren't we? And then it might have to do go back down to this layer and knock out some of this gray here and here, and I will tell you what, Almost, I want to see how hard it would be to fix these chair legs. Okay. So not bad, not that hard really. That's probably alright as it is. I feel like so much of the job is about figuring out which things need to be really clear and really intentional. Hello? Okay. So I'm just gonna try to bend this upward a little bit, downward, whatever. Look at all this garbage. I don't hate this page kind of almost as is, man. Nope. I do keep finding little things to fix. But I'm going to call this done. I mean, yeah, there's little bits and pieces here and there. I just don't understand. This Well, I don't seem to be able to get this stylus to do its thing at the moment. So let's call it. Save. What is this number here? Cancel. What number? We don't know. What did we do last time? Was it 35? I don't even know. So we're going to save it. And we're going to say that was 35, so this is 36. And we're done. We're done. I don't know why I can't get this to work. But we got a lot done. I'm going to export. As Photoshop. And there it is. There it is. This is the graying process. We did a couple of pages. It's not looking too bad. All right. Thank you for hanging out. How long have we been at this? Over 2 hours. So thank you. And I look forward to doing it again. I always appreciate getting to hang out with you while I draw. It really helps me. And let's do it again soon. All right, talk to you then. Bye.